What up, my friends? Day 132 of No Victimization 2024. No excuses 2024. I love that movie, the Monty Python movie, Life of Brian. I seen that shit in the theaters when I was a kid. It was great. But I remember at the end of it when they were all being crucified and they're up there and they start singing, always look on the bright side of life. It's a great song, you know. But I try to do that. I always try to look on the more positive, brighter side of life these days, you know. If something negative happens, I go, what's the lesson in this, right? What do I need to learn from this so I don't keep repeating it? There's a few things, and I know what I learned, and I'm still repeating the bullshit, but nothing super bad, but, you know, still some shit I gotta take care of, and I will. But, you know, you have to really look at the positive shit, even the negativity, right? I go, okay, what can I learn from the situation, right? What can I do to make sure it doesn't happen again? And then, you know, once I know and I still don't do it, that's my own fault, right? I can't be like, oh, they're fucking singling me out or this and that. It's like, yeah, dude, you're still doing the stupid shit. But, you know, I try to look in all of my affairs, my day-to-day travels, and, you know, sometimes when I get, like, frustrated or upset, you know, it's not that often. I mean, frustration's more along the lines than really upsetness, you know, being upset. But I look to, you know, why am I so frustrated at the situation? It's usually, you know, if it's frustration with somebody else, it's usually something that I see in them that I don't like about myself. So I try to realize what that is and then change that if I can, you know, and I can, you know, you can always can. It's just sometimes you can't do it right then and there, you know, sometimes it takes some time, a little inside the head work, you know. But, you know, I'm having a pretty good day so far. I'm out here. I just did 6 miles, and gonna head into the shop for a little while. I'm gonna have a really positive day. I got some things to do at the shop, cuts, I mean, you know. But anyway, I made this freaking long ass video talking about self-victimization and all kinds of stuff like that. And, you know, it's very important to be aware when we're using that shit, as I say a lot, as a currency. You know, are we getting a benefit from it? Even if it's negative, you know, or even if the situation is negative, but people are like, hey man, hang in there. You know, you can do, oh, you know, you just gotta stick with it. Like, you're getting currency off of that. You're getting, you know, a response to your victimhood. And the more that we get that response, you know, a positive response, because people want to see people do okay, you know, and tell them that they're caring about them and stuff like that. But, you know, you gotta, well, okay, I really have to examine whether or not I'm victimizing myself and if I'm manipulating people with that victimization. You know what I'm saying? Because I use that shit to manipulate people my whole entire life. The court systems, you know, women, drug dealers, friends, family. You know, that it was nice to get that sympathy for things that I deemed were done to me by others. So I was victimized by others, and it was nice to get the old, it's not your fault, you know, it's this, that, and, you know, you had a hard life. And you know, where, sure, that feels good in the moment. Over time, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me, you know. The people in my life that called me out on my bullshit that I thought were not my friends were a lot of the times my actual true friends, even though a lot of times I cut them out of my life, or they cut themselves out of my life because they didn't want to see me going down the path I was going down. And I understand that because I've done that to people that I know. I'm like, I gotta unfollow, I can't comment, I gotta look away, you know. And it's not because I don't care about these people. It's not that I don't have empathy for these people. It's just, it's this negativity, and then it starts taking a hold of me. And then I look at it like, whoa, whatever it is, but it's all in here, and it's all me doing it to myself. Sure, have people done me wrong in the past? Yeah, sure, a lot of people. But I put myself in a lot of those situations, that were so that the people in that situation were able to negatively affect me. But I was negatively affecting myself. I didn't want help. I thought I did, but I was bathed in that self-victimization. I was in this holding course. I was on autopilot with this self-victimization, and I was benefiting from it. I wasn't like advancing in life, but I was benefiting from, all kinds of things that my mind state that I had at the time. Whether they were negative benefits or positive benefits. Of course, I would have had net positive if I would have taken the lessons and learned them at the time, the warning signs, the jackpots, if I would have taken them as like, whoa, a wake-up call, it would have changed my life. Eventually I did, I did have several wake-up calls for sure, but, I ended up falling back into my old routine because I didn't change anything about my daily pattern. I just said, okay, I'll white knuckle it. I'll quit the alcohol. I'll quit the dope. I'll do this. I'll do that. And like, without changing me, without changing my physical self, my mental health, and my spiritual health, I wasn't able to forgive myself, and I wasn't able to move forward. So yeah, I had some success for some good periods of time, but like I always fell back into it. I always was like, oh, I always used, my past to victimize myself to get back into the shit that I knew was terrible for me. I don't have to do that today. I definitely have to be careful. I have to watch myself. I have to see what my intentions are in every situation. I got to see if I'm manipulating people or if I'm being true to myself, and not victimizing others with my self-victimization. Manipulation, So that's what was on my mind today. That's the second time I almost fell. What's been on my mind today as I circle the pond yet again on this day 132 of No Self-Victimization 2024. No excuses, my friend. No excuses. None to be made. You will not benefit from excuses. You will never benefit from making excuses for your behavior, the problems in your life, the issues, the hang-ups, the jackpots. You got to take responsibility, and you have to change the behavior because you will fall back into it. I know I will fall back into it. Sorry, I'll make it about me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Peace.